Clark, what's your...
Honestly, I'm interested in whenever we get to it, the original, because... I don't know.
Stay on topic, Clark. Come on.
Come back. This is why...
It's just,
Let's talk about
thoughts
2016.
just kind of ramble.
Come to the light, Caroline.
This week, we wrap up our Build Your Own Bourbon County Media Kit. This is episode 85 of The Malting Hour.
What's the haps on the hops? Got yeast, that's bees. This the Molten Hour where we talk about our drink and tell you what we think every other week. And if we get drunk, well, we might slur our speech. Got the gift of gab, the friends you wish you had. Join us for a drink, join us for a laugh. Time is never wasted, where you getting wasted. The Molten Hour here, people take your places. People take your places. People take your home.
Welcome to the Malting Hour. I'm one of your hosts, Tony Gullick, joined always with
Brandon Winninger.
And back from a hiatus of, I don't fucking know, a long time,
Clark Fettridge.
Hey, Clark, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
I feel like the last time you were here, or we talked about it, last time you were here was the last Bourbon County Media Kit episode that we did.
It was.
But the last time we got together, we were at Dry Hop.
That's correct.
But we haven't seen you since.
You got it.
What have you been up to?
Oh, just
Brandon,
fine.
welcome to the show. It's been about a week since I saw you, buddy, so I'm happy to see you again.
Has it been a week?
Yeah, I think it's been a week. I just don't want to hear Clark talk. It was very nice of him to bring us all these beers and everything, but no interest. We are going to... This is the big finale you all have been waiting for. Build Your Own Bourbon County Media Kit Part 3. This is it. We're done. We did it. 6 months to go through the entire 2021 lineup of Bourbon County.
And then I don't have to drink any more Bourbon County till November.
Correct.
Just keep holding up
Except-
that are sitting
I
there.
still got a lot of...
Except for probably like a random time we crack one open.
Yeah, and I got a lot of bottles to get
Still got
through.
another Shamrock Shake, too.
Oh, yeah.
Besides all those...
Yeah, other
No
than
more.
that, no new ones until... my phone. No new ones until 2022. This week, we are going to be finishing off with the... I was listening to the last one, and I realized, I'm going to keep the bottles in front of me when I read it, and I didn't do it. Goose Island, Bourbon County, Double Barrel, Count... Boy, that dick is real good, Clark.
You're welcome.
Goose Island, Double Barrel, Bourbon County. It is the toasted barrel. That is their double barrel this year. And again, because of my weak little old man eyes, someone else is going to read this nice, lengthy... You've got a description?
I've got it.
Don't go into the beer descriptors, though, because Brandon hasn't tried any of these. So.
Oh, I'm just going to give
Okay.
the basics.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, this is a stout aged in Elijah Craig small batch bourbon barrels, then aged in Elijah Craig toasted bourbon barrels.
Toasty! Just for clarification, the dick I was talking about with Clark, he has a beer called Nick the Dick.
I really wish you wouldn't have clarified.
I know. I thought about that, but it's like...
Leave it to the listeners to figure out.
All right.
Just if somebody ever asked, what was he talking about?
I think I could probably edit that out to make it work.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Anyway, shut up, Dan.
You just called him Dan.
I know, because Dan says I don't edit things, and he's kind of right. And then the next one we are going to drink is Goose Island Bourbon County Proprietors Brand Stout. And what is that one this year, Clark?
Well, the website doesn't give as a tiny bit of info as it did for Double Barrel, but this is inspired by a classic frozen treat. And I think we're going to leave it at that until we get into it, right?
Yeah, good idea. That's a good idea.
Lovely.
And then we're going to cap it off with just a good old-fashioned regular Bourbon County because
Why not?
we got the media, when we got our lot and we split it, there's 2 regular Bourbon Counties in there. So, all right, well, let's get to it. Let's start with the Double Barrel.
Which is near and dear to all of our hearts here at the Malting Hour for many reasons. Mostly because of Tony's failure a few years ago to buy a bottle of Double Barrel at Prop Day 2019.
Hey, so those double barrels that you got, was it 2019?
No, these.
Okay.
The ones that you got? The one that I
No,
got from...
the ones that you picked up
Yeah,
from...
it's these.
Yeah.
Not the 20... If it was the 2019s, I would have gotten all of them.
Well, I mean, even that, like, the price was pretty good.
Tony has finally gotten the can open.
Kids, don't bite your nails, otherwise it'll be hard for you to open things up. Do you got a bottle opener, Brando?
No.
Cool.
Who needs a bottle opener when you have shoes?
When you've got teeth. Teeth! They can open
I
anything.
was like, oh, there's the bear on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Who needs a bear on the wall when you have a bottle opener
Jesus.
in your hand? And then in your crotch, and then back in your hand.
I can do this, everybody. It's not my first ball game. Oh, thank you, Brandon, stepping up to the plate. So, Brandon, we'll let you talk about it first and sip it first because you haven't had it. I have had this twice. Clark, how many times have you had it?
I think twice.
I have had this one, and I had it, let's see, I had it for my birthday, and then I had it for Father's Day just recently. So I've had this twice, and I like it. I'm not going to say anything else about it and let Brandon get into his descriptors when he talks about the aromas, the taste of the glass, and the taste of the... I really wish we had a YouTube channel.
Smells like Dawn soap. Damn it, I didn't rinse my glass. So I haven't tried it yet, but going off the aroma, I'm getting like deep chocolate notes. Definitely getting some barrel, and that the Elijah Craig is kind of coming through. I'm not getting that like whiskey burn, like if you're smelling whiskey. And for some reason, like now I keep going back, I'm getting more dark chocolate. Like I'm getting.
I'm swirling my cup around and see if I can open up some.
I'm with you on the dark chocolate.
Yeah. It smells amazing.
There's a little berry, like a dark fruit.
Yeah.
Not in like an off-putting way. I think just from the actual barrels and the beer itself. Like it smells like I don't know what kind of.
But
berry.
you're right. It's like if they made some Bourbon County with 95%, trying to go for 95% chocolate flavor, and then added a 5% bit of berry or whatever.
Yeah, some type
that
of
fruitiness is that you're catching.
And ironic, so I took a sip, and the aroma is very closely matching the flavor profile, or the flavor profile that I'm getting. Totally got dark chocolate bitterness, like right up the front, but not like the unpleasant bitterness, but just like what goes with dark chocolate. And then that lingering like barrel is in there. I feel like I'm just on the hint of getting that burn, and it like dissipates. And I don't know if it's because the beer is still a little chilly, and maybe that's helping with the burn, but super pleasantly easy drinking. So I like it.
Easy drinking for
And I'm
a
trying to-
16% beer.
What I do think we should do
It's a good sip.
sometime, not today,
Why not?
like do a lineup of double barrels.
That would be phenomenal.
Absolutely.
I'd be open to that.
I would be up for that as well. Actually, would be,
I would love to compare.
yeah, that'd be a lot of fun just to see the differences in what each double barrel of that year kind of brought to the beer. Clark, what's your
Honestly,
take on
I'm
it?
interested in whenever we get to it, the original, because I don't
Stay
know.
on topic, Clark. Come on.
Come back. This is why.
It's just,
Let's talk
my
about
thoughts
2016.
just kind of ramble.
Come to the light, Caroline.
No, I'm kind of getting regular. here.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you're not really getting a whole lot of double.
Not yet. I mean, I think as it warms, I might get a little bit more. I mean, I do remember having this. I think I might have drank it on Thanksgiving.
The day you give thanks.
the day that I was giving thanks.
What were you most thankful for?
Oh,
this past
sorry, it was
Thanksgiving?
just before Christmas. I do
Oh, never mind.
apologize.
Then I don't care about it.
So I was almost about to get tons of presents. That's what.
What was your favorite present of
Ooh,
Christmas?
boy,
this
for
year?
Christmas.
Hangover.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was. It's true.
I think I remember. You
No,
saying
but checking my it says thinner than I was suspecting, but definitely can tell this has many layers.
what she said.
And again, I do agree. I think I remember Double Barrel from a couple of years ago being just so thick and heavy and in your face in a very good way.
This is nothing to me. This is nothing like the 2019.
Yes,
barrel.
and this is why I brought up the point of doing a comparison,
Yeah.
because I enjoyed I remember enjoying it, but I can't my brain can't go back that far to be like, ooh, the flavor profile. Like,
Yeah, flavor wise, I agree. What I do remember from 2019
it's like, where is it?
is the barrel being
Yeah.
much more pronounced. And still, I think it was, when did we have it? Was it 2 years ago? So 2 years after it came out?
Did we had it in 2019?
Or was it 2020? If it's in one of those COVID years.
We had it in 20.
It was 2020.
Yeah.
End of 20.
Was it
So
20? Yeah,
November
yeah,
2020.
2020.
Plop day of 2020. I do remember that.
We went
barrel-
out during COVID because they were letting us go out.
That's right. I do remember that barrel being
We
pretty
did sit
pronounced
outside.
and a nice, still a heavy amount of heat,
All
which I
remember
really
is
loved about
mayonnaise
it.
from that day.
That's true. Maybe we should put some mayonnaise in
Those
double
videos
barrel.
will surface one day. Don't
And
worry,
Easy
everybody.
Street Pizza.
Yeah, that I
That
still
slid off the.
I think I have a credit for it that I never used. So, yes, to what both of you are saying, I remember because of how much shit I got for not getting the 2019.
You do remember that?
I do remember trying it, and when I had this for the first time, I had it for my birthday with my cousin Kevin, and I wouldn't say I was underwhelmed. I was expecting the 2019 double barrel. Like 2019 double barrel is also like 18%.
What is this one?
16, if I'm not
Ugh.
mistaken.
It is 16 exactly.
So pedestrian.
And yeah, Clark, can you double check what the 2019 one was? I think it's I think it is 18.
1,000,000%.
But it was it was kind of like it tasted like a double Bourbon County basically with rich barrel. This to me focused more
18.1 for that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this one I feel like definitely like the other variants this year, other than the 14. This also focused heavily on the barrel without it being a huge Bourbon County. This is just a bit bigger than a regular Bourbon County, but it ended up in two different barrels. So the focus being the one Elijah Craig barrel, then a toasted barrel. So I think it's very different from the 2019 double barrel, but very good in my opinion. Like the first time I had it, like I said, it was underwhelming. When I just had it last weekend for Father's Day, I really enjoyed it. Like I cracked open I let it sit out for a while, took a whiff, and I was like, "Ooh, this is smelling good." And I poured a little bit, went outside, hanging out with Jeff. I took a sip, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is better than I remembered." And as I'm drinking it now, I kind of wish I bought another double barrel. I wish I bought 2 double barrels from Mariano's when.
Over how much time did you drink that was that last week?
Oh,
So was it
15
more by
minutes.
the time?
it was like I shotgunned it. No, it was probably finished dinner, had that.
So
It was probably about 2 hours actually, because we sat around.
do you
and talked.
recall the difference between when you started?
Oh no, because at one point Jeff had given me some bourbon. I gave me a little pour of bourbon as I was halfway through it, so I was like,
To cleanse the palate, if
yeah,
you
of
will.
course. And then I had to finish watching the Anthony Bourdain documentary on HBO Max. That's what I did from the end of my Father's Day.
Ooh,
Well, I'm glad you
I
remember
gotta check
something.
that out.
It's very good. If you love Anthony Bourdain, watch it. But overall, I really think this is one of my favorite. This is probably my top 3. I know we've ranked it, and it's going to keep changing because I don't remember how we've ranked the beers that we drank so far. And at the end of this episode, we're going to rank them all.
All 9 or whatever it is.
All of them in the top whatever. I would say this is probably my top 3 of the variants.
I don't even remember the other ones we drank.
Well, look over your fireplace. They're all up there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Hey, guys.
they are.
So,
Been holding on.
you guys
for
got
a
anything
while.
else you want
Can't wait to
No,
throw
I'm
those
wondering-
out.
to you, Brandon?
And I don't want to say that I'm disliking things about this. It might be the char that I am reacting to.
Sure. I think
Maybe
that
I'm
makes
just
sense.
not used to it, even though that's a lot of what barrel aged beers are. But
So you don't like the char?
the cha.
I think that that makes sense. I feel like that could be something that might be slightly off-putting if you're sensitive.
Yeah, but I mean, this is us picking it apart.
Yeah,
way
well, of course,
too much.
yeah.
So.
Like if someone was no one's walking into the studio right now.
So
if someone
someone's
was
sitting on
if someone was like, "Hey man, do you want to have some double barrel toasted, double toasted barrel?" You wouldn't be like, "No thanks."
No.
Just what? It's like, or if someone had offered you like, "You want a regular Bourbon County or this?" It wouldn't matter. You know what I mean? Like you'd be like, "Oh, well, honestly, if someone's offered me the double barrel, I'd probably be like, I'll drink a double barrel with you. That sounds good." I'm not poo-pooing the regular, but Brandon, what's your overall last thoughts on this beer before we move on to the next one?
I enjoy it. I do like it's not overly thick. I think the flavor is really well balanced. I don't know. Again, like now I'm struggling. Like I really want to try the 2019 double barrel
All right,
again.
just go get it. We'll open it up and we'll try it.
Regardless, I'm I mean, for drinkability, this is probably top for me. I don't know.
That's
top,
for sure.
Top 5, possibly top 3. I don't know. But it's super easy drinking. Like, as far as a 16% stout goes, I wouldn't have guessed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why at the beginning I'm like, oh, I'm interested to try original because this is just so easy to. Not that a 14% beer is easy to drink, but
Well, and then when you're talking about a 14% between a 16%,
what do you-
that's
at that
nominal.
point.
That's why we should just open up the other double barrel, because that's 18.
Okay, Tony, maybe if you had bought one 3 years ago.
Oh, thanks, Shalonda Jr.
You're welcome.
You're going to be known as Shalonda Jr. from now
Okay.
on.
Works for me.
All right, cool. Clark, any last thoughts on this beer?
I've given you everything I've had to say.
No, that's why I don't care. Yeah, I like it. For some reason, you know what? I just took another whiff, and it kind of reminds me. I don't know why. Maybe like we've had Bourbon County a ton of times, but for some reason, this one in particular, when I just took a whiff of it now, it reminds me of like Christmas. Not in like the traditional sense of Christmas, but there's something in there with Bourbon County. Maybe it's the barrel. Maybe it's like maybe there was a time where drinking bourbon and having Bourbon County or celebrating around the holidays. You top off a couple of things.
Oh, it does say they put juniper berries in this one.
All right, let's take a break.
Oh, there's the dark berry thing you were going for.
There's no juniper.
Fucking asshole. Good to be back.
We are moving on to the Chicago only release. The beer that really has become near and dear, I can say, to all three of us. And I'm sure Dan would say the same thing. I think so. I don't know. That guy's a fucking Tampa Bay Lightnings fan. That guy has me, by the way, cheering for the Lightning.
No, thank you. By the way.
Yeah, I know.
I don't dislike them. It's just I want somebody else to win.
Three-peat, man, though. That's kind of cool. It's kind of exciting.
Yeah, but the Hawks didn't do it, so that's what annoys me. You know.
No, that's all right. Well, who
Those were the
who you
days,
talking
by
about?
I don't
way,
think
those
that
were
any
the days.
team that lives in a temperate climate such as Florida should have anything to do with the sport of hockey.
Welcome to Brandon's ranting time.
Welcome to Brandon's Hockey Rant.
It's like, okay, let's go to Arizona and play some hockey, or Southern California and go fuck yourselves.
Shit, yeah. I had a
You
nerve on that
can't
one.
hold the Winter Classic, so you can't hold shit.
These are good points, actually.
Anyway, so this is Prop. When did Prop start? Was it 2014? That's the first
That
Prop.
sounds correct.
I think so. Yes, 2014, I believe, is the first Prop. Brandon, I think you have a 2014 in your...
Likely.
Yeah.
Likely.
Brandon, I think you have almost all of the props. You really should...
Also very likely.
You really should start drinking those soon, though. Just a random night. You know?
Aren't the older ones bigger?
Yeah.
Those
That's
are like
when-
the Bombers, right?
That's when Bombers were still coming
Cool.
out. And then I want to say...
It says 2013.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
working on it.
Yeah, no,
though.
2013 I think is right.
Did you, speaking of
They're about
just
to come in 10 years of...
the whole Bourbon County thing, somebody I saw on Twitter had posted that Goose had submitted for 12-ounce bottle labels.
I saw that.
Really?
Yes.
For Bourbon County?
Yeah,
Interesting. I wouldn't be opposed to going back to 4-packs.
yeah.
For maybe just like the... 12 ounce... Are they going to can Bourbon County?
No, I think it was still like a bottle label.
But wouldn't that be cool?
Well, there's talk about that. There's been talk about that for a couple of years, so who knows? We'll see. But because it is... Which anniversary is it? 30th? 20th? They might... Or
Bourbon
they might
County?
be doing some anniversary bottle... with
Oh,
the
yeah.
old label that has
Yep.
all the words on it.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
think maybe that's...
They should.
I don't know why I had you look it up because it's here on the box. It goes back to 2013.
Oh, thank you.
So
Because
I'm...
the web thing isn't giving me...
That's all right. I'm going to burn through these real quick. 2013. So what they do is they take the base Bourbon County and then adjunct it, basically. So there hasn't been any other special blends of it. They don't do different barrels or anything. It's always just been an adjunct Bourbon County. Brandon's going crazy over there smelling this. So here we go. 2013 was Toasted Coconut. 2014, Cassia Bark, Cocoa Nibs, Panela, and Coconut Water. Oh, yeah. That was one of the best. Did I have a 2014 recently with somebody? I know we had a 17.
We had 2017.
Who did I have a 20? You have a 2014, Brandon. Wasn't 2014 on tap? Oh, 2014 was on tap at Goose Island the day before we went, or 2 days before we went to go to Dry Hop. Ooh. They had put 2014 on, I think.
Oh.
Or 17.
17 was on, and then when we went, it was...
Oh, I'm confusing
The
it.
chocolate
Was it-
beer or the... I can't remember.
I'm going to have to look that up.
Too much prop.
Yeah. Anyways, then 2015 maple syrup, toasted pecans, and guajillo peppers. Guajillo peppers are delicious, by the way. If you guys ever looking for like a smoky pepper, it's normally a dry pepper. You rehydrate, it makes a really good.
I think
hot
that
sauce.
was the first prop that I ever had.
Starts with a G. So, 2016 was maple syrup, cocoa nibs, and chipotle peppers. One I didn't really care for. I liked it, but the peppers I was like, eh.
Yeah.
Then 2017, one of the best, if not the best, banana, cassia bark, and roasted almonds. Yes. 2017. 2018, cocoa nibs, chocolate, and more cocoa nibs. That was the big chocolate one.
Thought you were about to say something else.
Okay. 2019, which I still have a bottle of.
Really?
That's Eric Flores's. Coconut, vanilla, cocoa nibs, and pecans. Then last year was cocoa nibs, pistachio. Oh, man, I can't read it. Oh, Armina cherries and vanilla. This year's, 2021, last year's, sorry. Strawberry, coconut, vanilla, much like those ice cream bars. Good Humor ice cream bars, if I'm not mistaken, right? The strawberry cheesecake type ones or
Classic
strawberry
ice cream
something.
bar.
Clark and I have our feelings about this beer. I had this, I think, the day that I went, I think it was on Black Friday is when I opened this up finally. I finally had it on Black Friday. So, Brandon, tell me your thoughts, your dreams.
And Brandon, you have not had this yet?
Have not. And I think we've talked about this. I have not had any of this year's
Correct.
Bourbon
As
County.
we've- yeah.
Literally just saving it for this. I don't know if it's done me any good, but anyways,
I think it has. I think
At least for the listeners and us.
so-
I mean,
it's
it shows
interesting.
your strength. I mean, your beer collection shows restraint, number one. But it's awesome that there's someone
Or stupidity.
a part of
A little bit
restraint or
of it.
stupidity. You be the judge. I think it's good though for this purpose that at least one of us have not
Yeah,
had
Definitely.
all of them. So lay it on us.
so I love the aroma, but there's like something artificial about it. I purposely like did not read the descriptor. Like I had heard it before, and I completely forgot what this year's was until you just said it. And it is like a generic strawberry like aroma, and that's predominant over anything. Like I'm not getting barrel. I'm getting a slight bit of chocolate, maybe.
You're just talking about the aroma right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then even in the taste, I'm getting, so it starts off, I'm getting a lot of chocolate, and then it goes into that artificial strawberry type thing that I was smelling, and I don't like it. I don't hate it, but I just don't, it's not a prop that I think that, like, Goose should have put out. Honestly, it's drinkable, and I'll enjoy it. But like the standards of the props that we've had in the past,
The ones we just read through. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Not one of you made a face or said, "No, I don't really like that one." I'm the only one who was like the chipotle pepper one. I was like, "Yeah, it wasn't my favorite."
Yeah, last
Yeah.
year I'd say was a step down. I think this one is a step further down. Because the interesting thing about last year, I remember the first time because I was lucky to get the prop day pickup and a couple bottles, I had it right away. I really liked it. I thought it was very interesting. A couple months later, it tasted totally different, which happens.
Yeah.
But it didn't taste as good.
That was the one that was like what kind of ice cream?
Spumoni? Is that
Spumoni
right?
ice cream.
Yeah.
I loved last year's. Like last year's was awesome to me. Like I felt like that kind of encompassed what I liked about
2020.
Prop.
I'm like last year. When was it?
Last year's
Oh, because
2021.
we did the pickup, and I think we both drank prop together. Didn't we do?
You did do an episode
We did an
on
episode.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That was the 2020 or the
Yeah, it was 2020.
Oh, 20. Yeah, that's right.
Because that was the pickup
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
that one.
was- yeah, that's right.
So as
Duh.
I'm kind of going back in and taking additional sips, that generic strawberry does kind of mellow out, and the chocolate becomes a little more prominent. What I am disappointed in is that I'm not getting. I guess I can't say disappointed because this is, I think, characteristic of a lot of prop. The barrel isn't the prominent feature. So knowing that and just coming to that realization again, yeah, I think this is good. It's not my favorite. Like if I had gone in for my first sip, like somebody gave me a taster like 3-ounce poured. Took a sip of that and was just like, the first sip I had was my kind of take on it. I probably wouldn't drink it again. But now as it's kind of mellowing and opening up, it's a lot more enjoyable. But yeah, I would go to any of the other props.
May I say something shocking?
Absolutely.
I love this beer.
No, I don't love this beer, but I'm liking it more than the last 2 times I've had it.
Okay, so to go off what you just said, this is my second time having this. I like this a lot more than the first time I had it.
I think something has dropped off.
It's funny that you said the fake strawberry, because when we first, I think we might agree on this. When I first had it, it was kind of a mess of strawberry, like a weird, not great strawberry flavor. And this, while yes, kind of that artificial fake strawberry flavor, I'm getting more vanilla now. Like I get like I'm getting more of like the idea of the ice cream aspect of what this is supposed to be based off of. I don't get coconut.
Yeah, I think it's dropped some
I
of
don't get any coconut
the
in it.
chocolate in there. And I know we've said on the show a million times, at least for me, I don't like fruit and chocolate together all that much.
We both hate it.
And I'm zeroing in more on just that strawberry and vanilla, the ice cream bar. And I'm going, okay, this is nice. I still don't think it's amazing.
No,
but
I don't know what
I'm
I gave
enjoying it more.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think if they had just made this a different different
one of the
variant,
one-offs?
and it was just strawberry ice cream,
Yeah, instead of making
Bourbon
it the prop.
County, or a one-off and not prop, I'd say, yeah, that was fun to try. But because it's prop, we expect so much out of prop. We're going, well, they
There's
could
high
make it more
expectations.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm surprised how much more I liked it this time than the first time. I really thought coming into this, I was not going to like it at all. I thought I was going to be like, ugh. Like I struggled to get through it the first time but I was like, I'm not going to waste it. It's my first prop of the year. For this year, I'm going to finish it, and I drank it. It was fine. But Clark and I had talked separately, not with you, Brandon, I'm sorry, how we were going to save our other props for a couple years to let it mellow out. I don't know if I'm going to save it for as
Bring
long.
over here.
Yeah,
They'll be
where
very
beers go to
safe.
hang out. Yeah, no shit. I think this year, maybe at the end of this year, or maybe next year, early next year, I wouldn't mind revisiting it, because now that it's been 6 months since, or about 6 months, 7 months since we got these bottles, and it's mellowed out, whatever was in there that we weren't enjoying, everything kind of melded better together. Like, it's okay to age. And I think this one, yeah, it says develops in the bottle up to 2 years. So this is a 2-year develop, just like some of the other Bourbon
Is that
Counties.
standard now for all the bottles?
No, different
Yeah.
ones. I think it has to do with
Like,
the
what is-
adjuncts. I believe the regular Bourbon County says 5.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that says up to 5, and I'm sure the double barrel is all. Yeah, double barrel is also 5. I think everything. Maybe last year there was one that was like 2 years. I think it's like the highly. I think an adjuncted one
Oh, yeah.
specifically. I know we've said that before too.
You
I
aren't
mean, when you've
supposed
got
to,
yeah, don't let them sit for too long.
But like we've run into that, especially with coffee. Like coffee
Yeah.
does not bode
Hit or
well.
miss.
And I still got a 2013 sitting back there.
Rumors are coffee's coming back this
I
year.
hope so.
Rumors,
Well,
though,
and
just rumors.
Wait, so
Cafe
do
de
you-
Olla.
But do you have a Cafe de Olla still?
Probably.
That's one of my
I
favorites.
do.
Shit. See, that's why I want to.
Let's cuvee them both.
But then, so
Together.
here,
Wait, they taste
when I
the
was
same.
going through that the whole fake strawberry thing, the one beer that stuck out in my mind was the Mon Cherry. Like, remember when we had that on prop day, and it was just like a cop. Like,
You guys hated that.
Yeah. Do you have a Mon Cherry?
probably.
I still do.
Do you?
Yeah.
So I'd like to revisit it sometime, because I think I didn't like it that day, just because of that day. I haven't had it since.
I still feel like like it was like cherry cough syrup that was very prominent.
I know I bought way too much Bourbon County that year, and I had a bunch of those.
According to my beer thing, it says I've got 25 beers approaching or past their drink by
Oh, boy.
date.
Guess what?
Sorry,
we're gonna
buddy.
have,
Got
we're
a
gonna
lot more than this.
about to
Extended
have
episode today only.
about to have an empty the barrel or empty the cellar episode soon. Yeah. It's a strawberry candy flavor I get from this, which I think is I want to buy one of these ice cream bars sometime this week.
No, I mean it is tasting like one of those ice cream bars
The
with
vanilla-
the little
I feel like
crunchies on the outside.
yeah.
It's the strawberry shortcake.
I feel
So
like
basically,
vanilla is really popping on this.
this is a sit outside in your yard in the summer and drink it
Shut
when
up,
it's
Clark.
hot
If you
because
wanted to
it's
hang
just
out-
like ice cream.
If you wanted a barrel-aged beer to drink in your backyard
Son
during a
of a bitch.
sunny summer day,
Son of a bitch.
Prop 2021 is the beer to drink.
What was I looking up? Oh,
Fucking
see what
fantastic.
I do have a Oya.
Okay, that's good. Now that's
I
coffee.
have the mystery beer from 2022.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta drink that one this year. That's got
mystery
that's got
beer
2
is-
years on it.
Mystery beer.
That's a 2-year one, I think. It even says develops 2 years.
Oh boy.
We gotta drink it this year.
Hurry up.
That one was delicious because it's a coconut.
All right, Prop. Still don't love you, but I appreciate you more this time. How's
Yeah,
that?
I was gonna say your final thoughts on that.
Yeah,
I
I
feel the same
appreciate
way.
it.
I do, and I appreciate it as well. I like it. We always look forward to what Prop's gonna be. We're always excited about the lineups, regardless, and it's always more hits than misses.
I
with
think
Props.
also knowing I'm only drinking 4 to 5 ounces of it helps, and
Absolutely.
I don't have another 10 left.
But it's also the the Bourbon County release itself has just always been super fun. Like, and they
We'll
do-
get to that. We're gonna get to that.
They do all this different stuff, and I like the prop gamut has been like more hits than misses.
That's what I mean. Yeah, way more hits than misses. I don't think there've been none that we would be like, I'll never drink that.
No,
again.
there's certainly something about the box and the Chicago
The experience,
colors,
yeah.
and I probably get most excited to try each one every year.
So here's a little tidbit. I just finished what I had in the glass, and I was trying to keep in mind like that ice cream bar. I swear to God, I took that last sip. I got coconut. I got literally, it was like taking a bite out of that bar, like whatever the crunchy shit is on there. I was like,
That's the coconut.
kind of what I got. I was like, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, I don't know if my palate can always find the coconut in beer sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. The smaller pours are good. I'm glad you got all that shit from the last sip.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I would think that this is the perfect way to have this beer, or maybe just 2 people having it. You know what I mean? Like splitting it between 2 people.
Here's a random question.
Yeah.
Do you ever vape coconut flavored stuff?
I haven't. No.
No, okay.
No.
I was like, I wonder if that would like destroy
No, it's funny
your
because
palate.
my all my vaping stuff is vanilla, and I can pick out vanilla in beers like that. Like this, like to me, and I was vaping right before we came to this beer. I was like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that because there's vanilla. But I got more vanilla this time, like vanilla and strawberry.
It's an enhancer.
Which is funny because my vape was also vanilla and strawberry. But anyways, yeah, this is good. Let's take a break and we'll do our final thoughts just like Jerry Springer used to do. Not the front, would it be?
And we're back.
That's what it is. It's the back. Well, gentlemen, we did it. We completed the entire lineup of Bourbon County 2021 in 6 months.
And tomorrow they release 2022.
Now, had we planned this better, we probably could have done it, a little bit.
Finished by March,
Yeah.
I'd say. But that's
Well,
okay.
I'll say this. Goose, this isn't me begging, but it's me suggesting. Sorry. We've come to... Sorry, I've been drinking your beers. I'm a little sloppy right now. We have discussed you guys in great length, especially Bourbon County. We have come to the innovation a meetup where we got to try shandies and the beer hugs, and then Tepache Sunset, which I really liked. And by the way, Clark, I saw you when you checked in. You're like,
I had that just before you called me on the Malting Hour Instagram account.
Yes.
Just before I was on the show.
And then we got to have the double LP, and then we also had the 2-year barley wine. So we've really become friends with you, Goose. And we know there's only so many media kits you can give out, and we'll probably build another media kit if we have to.
Oh, we'll definitely build one.
But
And we'll still buy it.
yeah, we're still gonna buy it. We clearly we love it. There's more hits than misses. But what I'm asking is maybe make us a part of your media kit delivery, and
We'll share the love.
we'll show the love, share the love, because we have more people obviously on this podcast that come through who will be willing to sit here with us anyway, so we can drink it all in one sitting on a Wednesday night. So that's this is probably my second time pleading this case.
I'm sure it's more than that.
But no, actually, like saying, "Hey, Goose." I think it's my second time. Good. It's another episode where Brandon burps. When
I muted it.
You muted it last time, and I wish it didn't. Just like this time, baby. Anyways, so to top this all off, we are going to discuss this year's lineup while sipping an original 2021 Bourbon County. When was the last time either one of you had one of these?
When we drink.
Holy shit, Brandon.
I think I had one about a month ago.
I probably had one a month or two ago. Only because I held on to some, and some of the places I frequent have it still sitting. Like, there's still some sitting there. There's also...
There's a lot of places.
I know of a place that still has some older ones that they're selling it for a little bit cheaper. So
Ew.
throw that out there. Man, taking a sip of this after the prop, it tastes. There's a different taste that I'm not.
There's
enjoying.
a different taste with this, and
Yeah.
as I said at the beginning when we were drinking Double Barrel, I'm interested to try this. It's way different than Double Barrel.
Oh, yeah.
And it's fun to now see the difference. When I thought it would be tasting similar, but it doesn't.
It drinks a whole lot lighter than the other ones, I feel.
I needed to cleanse my palate. There we
Yeah,
go.
lighter, but there's also, I guess, you always hear about that leathery
Tobacco.
I think it's that. I don't get it as much now, but that first sip, I'm going, oh, now I know what they're talking about, and it's interesting. It's fun to see the difference.
It's definitely good, definitely tasty. It still remains to be like the OG, like king of barrel-aged
100%.
beers.
I'm loving I still get a teeny bit of heat from the barrel on it.
Yeah.
Like, it's there. And I didn't get that,
From the double
obviously
barrel.
with prop, but even double barrel,
Yeah.
which...
Yeah, there was a little tiny bit maybe that I had, because I as I get older, sensitive with heartburn and stuff like that. Becoming an old man. I had a little bit of it from the double barrel, but nothing insane. But yeah, there's actually a warming, like,
And I really
boozy taste in my mouth in a good way. It's very good. It still remains the king, man. The king of beers, if you will. There's that joke again. Am I right, guys?
They can use that if they
should.
want.
They should.
I mean, you came up with it, Tony. I'm not going to try and legally give it to them. But
Thanks.
if
Please
Goose
don't.
wants.
Please don't. So, quick question, guys. Not quick question. Out of all of them, all right. If you want to rank them all, rank them all. If you want to just pick your three favorites, pick your three favorites. How's that? Because Brandon, they're all lined up over there.
Well, Northwoods doesn't count.
In fact, I want to pull up the.
I'll do a quick recap. from
Okay.
what I
like
can
that.
recall.
Brandon sounds excited. Okay, good. That gives me time
Remind
to
me of
think.
everything I drank.
Yeah.
So I think working from number 1 down, I think Blanton's still stands out to me the most.
That's exactly what
That's
I was
what I thought was the most interesting, and I think I enjoyed the taste of it the most. But I do remember after whoever poured it and just putting my nose up to it, I'm like, oh my god, I can just smell the heat emanating from this,
Yep.
from the barrel.
Because it was spicy, right?
It was so spicy, and that
And
was
we
so
had it-
interesting.
And we had it in the sun.
yeah, we let it sit in the sun for 6 hours. No, and Brandon opened up his actual Blanton's, which we were able to compare to, and you're going, that's exactly what Blanton's tastes like. And we're drinking it in Bourbon County form. So that's my number 1, for sure.
I'd agree.
Number 2,
Dose.
that's the second one for all the
Correct.
listeners out there.
For everyone keeping track, he's only on his second one of 20 beers.
And I
I'd say
think
2.
this would have been different if we hadn't done the episode, The Old Forester. I remember not thinking it, I remember liking it, but kind of confused by it. But after we understood why and how and what Goose Island was doing with it, it was amazing how many different flavors were in there and where those flavors came from, that I really appreciated it more after learning about it.
Yeah, I'm so excited that I have one of those left. And I don't know what I'm saving it for, but I'll drink it this year.
And Tree,
Trace, that's 3 for all of you keeping count.
I think I'm going to go with original.
I'm sorry?
The regular.
Ooh.
The OG, the standard, the Bourbon County
King.
guy.
King Henry is what I'm going to put number
No,
one.
that's a different. That's a different.
Sorry.
That's my top 3, and then I'd probably double barrel, and then you kind of get into the other ones, and
Yeah.
blah 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 blah.
Is 14 last for you, or is prop?
After today, 14 is last for me.
Okay, I can see that. Brandon, how are you going to rate these?
Definitely I'm going with Blanton's as number 1, and exactly for the same reasons that Clark said. Number 2, I did enjoy the Old Forester, very much so.
But
No, I think, dude, like, I'm kind of going between that and going off memory, that and like Double Barrel. I think those kind of match up to me pretty well. So they could be tied for second. Third, I would definitely say. Wait, what are they? I'm trying to like look at the label. You know what?
there's 14. There's the cherry wood.
The
and prop.
cola.
Oh, cola. Yes.
Yeah, you guys liked cola. I did
we
not.
did. I had a cola not too long ago, and it still holds up.
Just because of how interesting and like well done it was, I'm putting that as 3. 4, I would do regular. All the other ones kind of in the mix. And then I'm like, my bottom 2, I guess, would probably be between kind of with Clark 14 and prop. I need to try prop again. See if that switches, but I'm putting 14 ahead of that.
I think you have 20 of them in your closet. If
Probably.
you want to crack one open right now.
Give
if
it
you
a couple
want.
hours.
One more
and
time.
pop
yeah.
another one open.
I like that. I think so. What I'm going to do is remove regular Bourbon County from contention. I'm just going off the variants.
It changes every year, Tony.
I know but it's very good. It's very good. But I'm taking it out of contention because there's never been a year where I had Bourbon County and I was like, not this year. No thanks. You know what I mean? Like it's good. I'm going to base this off of like barrels and variations. So I'm with you guys. Blanton's number 1. Number 2, 150. Because, like you said, Clark, when we were talking about it and going through the different layers and what they did and what you got out of it, like we really went in depth with that beer. Like we got a little bit insane with how how dissected that beer. So it's very good. Number 3 is going to be double barrel. Number 4, cola. Number 5, cherrywood. Next would be 16. And then last, prop.
You mean 14?
Right. I've said 16, I think. A lot
I think
of times
I
now.
think I started that trend.
That's good.
By the way,
14,
you're welcome, everybody.
I wish it was 16. I wish it was 17. Hey, we're making 17. Yeah, I think 14. Yeah, that 14 was. It's really good. It's just a
You
lot.
need 4 ounces, and you need to stop there.
I wonder. That's when I wonder if it sits Brandon, we'll find out in 5 years from now when we drink your 14. If that cinnamon kind of subsides and if it becomes something that's like a bit more palatable and not just like, ooh, this is a lot of cinnamon. I'd like to have more of the 14. I just don't want to have a full bottle. And prop, you know, if I liked it as much as I did today, the first time I had it, I think prop would be up a little higher. But still just kind of.
If I had to pick one that I'm most interested, because I still have one bottle of all of last year's still ready to drink, if you will. The one I'm most interested to try again is the cola. Without my thinking cap on and my critical cap, if you will, just my clerk sitting inside and drinking cola. Bourbon County. I won't drink that outside. You don't drink that outside.
You don't
on a
drink
hot
cola
summer day.
outside.
No.
No one drinks Coca-Cola.
No,
I mean
no.
cola, just regular cola.
That's silly.
Yeah, I had one, I think about a month ago is when I had my last cola. And I was outside. It was a cooler, breezy evening, and I had a fire going. And it was nice. It was nice to have it again.
Besides Blanton's, is there one, and I'll ask both of you this, Tony, that you would be most interested in trying again sooner than later, besides the ones we just had today?
You mean like older? Oh, okay.
Revisit from 2021's lineup.
I'm looking forward to having 150 again.
Sure.
The Old Foresters. And like saying that, knowing that I've got my bottle at home, I might do it around the 4th of July, which is next weekend, just for like a celebratory beer, you know, and then kind of be done with what I have. Brandon, what about you?
I definitely want to do cola again. Yeah, and I would.
Yeah, I'd like to know what you think of cola now that it's been 6 months since you've last had it.
Yeah, and just because we just did double barrel, I'd like to revisit the 150 and prop again too. So
what I just remembered, which I mentioned, I think when we drank the cola, is that I asked you guys if you put grenadine in it.
Oh, that's right.
I might actually do that when I.
We said we were
open
going to do that. I totally forgot about that. You know, I know of Mariano's that has cola still sitting, so I think I'll go grab one. Maybe I'll do that and do that for my 4th of July.
That's a 4th of July thing.
Okay, I'm going to go get some of that. And
Whilst
There you go.
holding some sparklers.
That's dangerous.
Not really.
It's metal and burning in my hand, man.
Hold them far away from your face.
Nope, I hold everything close to my face. You know this.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, have a bite of this, and you like put your fork, and I'm like, put the fork closer to your face, and I'll be close to my face.
Well, before the episode's done, should we play the fake Bourbon County?
Ooh, yeah,
2022?
let's do it. Let's see how good we are. Let's see what we get here.
All right, the first one.
So is this just me and Brandon playing and you reading it, or are you
I'm going to
gonna
read
guess as
them.
well?
You guys tell me which one you think's fake.
still have our QV to do too.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah.
right.
By the way, this is the first time we did this, which we'll do for the next media kit.
I'll make this very quick.
yeah.
First one, Bourbon County brand stout. Stout aged in bourbon barrels. Boy, I don't know about that one.
That's fake. Oh no, that's real. Sorry, that's real.
Bourbon County Stout, brand Mellow Corn Stout. Stout aged in mellow corn whiskey barrels.
Fake.
Fake.
We've got Bourbon County Reserve, Bourbon County Reserve, brand 3-year barley wine ale, aged in Old Fitzgerald bourbon barrels for 2 years.
Real.
That's their double barrel.
And if that's actually true, I am looking forward to that.
That's an $80 bottle.
And the last one that I have in front of me is Bourbon County Reserve brand 30th anniversary stout, aged in Basil Hayden, Booker's, Baker's, and Knob Creek bourbon barrels.
Real.
That sounds interesting as
Yeah,
well.
those last two, the last two sound like they could be real things. The other two, I think, obviously one is real because it's just regular Bourbon County. I think the corn one is thrown in there to throw people off.
Ooh, and there's that other one with the anise.
Oh yeah, I was say, isn't there? I thought there's some more.
There are more, but these are the ones I'm finding right now. Stout aged in bourbon barrels with cocoa nibs, toasted almonds, anise seed, and natural flavor. Notes of marzipan, cocoa, buttered toffee, and black licorice.
That sounds real.
I can see that being real.
I'm intrigued by that one.
That sounds like prop, and I hope it's not. I hate black licorice so
Yeah.
much.
Well, we'll
Like,
see.
if it's prop, I'm gonna punch the bottle after I buy it to break it.
Until it becomes Tony's favorite prop.
I'm like, oh shit! Just like Spruce Tip beers, I fucking love Star Anise beers. There was a couple of spruce tip beers I came across recently that I didn't buy, but I should have. Like, I thought about
Tony's
us.
the biggest spruce tip beer guy that you know now.
Kind of a big deal, guys. I do fucking love spruce tip beers. Hey, there's a
Cuvée?
cuvée. Yeah, there's a cuvée over here. Let's get in this because we got a whole shorts episode to record next. Wait, I thought we were recording a whole shorts.
I brought them all in one can.
Oh, thanks. This is going to be weird. So we've blended 2021 prop, regular, and double barrel. Shay. Here we go. Ooh, huh. That's fake strawberry is not so prominent. It's just kind of there. That's interesting.
I like it.
Double barrel prop.
I like it too. Yeah.
Would you cuvee this beer again?
I also like it. This is kind of what I was expecting that prop to kind of mellow out to.
This is my favorite today.
Okay, you know what? Forget everything else that we talked about.
Okay,
what our
this is
favorites
number
were.
one,
This is number
and
one.
then Blanton's
This
number
cuvée is
two.
number one, yeah.
No,
Well,
not
guys,
really.
this has been a fun journey with both of you. I'm glad we got to do this. We've talked about doing this for a long time. We'll still have, random Bourbon County episodes here and there, but I hope, maybe we can do this on a larger scale when we get all the bottles at once and maybe have some other people join us and do it all in one sitting. I think that'd be a lot of
Friends
fun.
of the show.
I don't know if they're friends. If you're on the show, it doesn't necessarily make you a friend.
Good point. I'm here.
But if you've been a guest, there's a good chance you'll become a host at some point. That's kind of how it works.
Also a good point.
Rachel's tried to become a host numerous times. And by numerous, I mean the 2 times she's been on the show and has said that
She will try out again. We'll have
Give
her
her one
back.
more shot. We'll give her one more shot. Rachel, you got one more shot. You guys got anything else you want to say about the 2021 lineup of Bourbon County here in June 2022?
Overall, great lineup. No beers that I disliked, and still kind of shocked and excited that they kind of went out of the box and with the cola beer, which makes me excited to see kind of what they try next year. Because I feel like they've been doing a little bit more of that innovating and just kind of.
I like how you dropped innovation in there. That was good. Stupid Clark, what do you think?
I really enjoyed last year's. I don't think it was my favorite lineup of all time. I would have to do a deeper dive into that. Wait for the next episode where I do a solo show and dive deep into my Bourbon County history.
I'd be okay with releasing a solo episode of Clark just going through Bourbon counties. You know
I'm
what?
just sitting there drinking them all by himself.
Honestly, no, not even that. We'll just set them up to record, and we don't have to do anything.
You guys just watch me from the corner. Watch a game or play a game.
I think one
I'll
episode.
just talk.
I think one episode, Brandon. We'll just let Clark and Dan do a whole bunch of stuff,
Ooh, that's great.
and you and I just sit back and drink the beer.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Laugh at
Actually,
us as we say random things.
We can
I don't
record
know
that
if-
the same day we do our wives episode.
Yeah.
That we've been talking about.
Great point. Yeah, we'll schedule that for the same day.
I don't know if we're gonna laugh at what you guys are doing. You guys have to be funny. for
Shake
that.
our hands after a wonderful job done.
Great job.
All right. No.
Yeah, I'm with you. This is fun. I'm glad we got to do this. I was really, like you said, I think off mic before we started. Brandon, actually, I texted you last night. I was pretty excited about coming and doing this.
Yeah.
And not like, oh, I'm excited about finishing it up, but it's like, oh, good. It's another we did these in 3-month intervals of just doing Bourbon County, so it's kind of fun. I mean, we could make it a regular 3-month thing between all the fucking Bourbon counties that you have. Losers. I love you guys. Yeah,
Fine, we'll
losers
do it
with your
without you.
delicious beers. But yeah, I think that's it. Until next time, Brandon, love you, buddy.
Love you too, bud.
Clark, man, damn good to have you back.
I'll see you on Black Friday.
Dude, that's such a... Wait, so that's the next time you're coming back?
No, it's a thing I'd say because, Black Friday, Bourbon County.
Oh, okay, let me try.
Hey,
I'll try-
everybody.
I'll try one more time. Brandon, I love you, man.
Love you too, bud.
Clark,
See you on Black Friday, everybody.
thanks everybody for listening. Until next time. This has been The Malting Hour. Be sure to follow us on all social media by searching The Malting Hour and at themaltinghour.com. You can also follow us individually on social media. Brandon can be found on Instagram as BMDub81, on Twitter, BDub81, and on Untapped as BDubDrinksBeer. Tony can be found on Instagram and Untapped under Ace of Help Chicago, on Twitter, The Ace of Help Chicago. Clark can be found as Clarkowski on all three. Dan can be found on Instagram as hip__hops and hip hops on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, like, and rate the show on your preferred podcast listening platform. Until next time, cheers from all of us at the Malting Hour.